Right then guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about my supplement order, what I bought, why I bought it, and I'm also going to go over some of the benefits and why supplementing can be a good way of basically improving your diet. But I'm also going to explain to you some of the myths and misconceptions when it comes to supplementing. So I'm going to start off with I'm going to start off with the myths around supplementing. So people think supplementing is a bad thing. It's actually not. It can be a really good way of helping you stick to your diet, improving your diet, and also just help you stick to like I said, a healthier lifestyle. So why is that? Well, certain things such as whey protein can be flavoured, so that's going to help with your cravings. Chocolate whey protein is a good way of helping combat chocolate cravings, okay? Vitamin D and omega-3, which I've also bought, that's a great way of helping with anyone who's got deficiencies or who struggle to get that in their diet. If you hate eating fish, then omega-3s might be a smart choice because you're not really going to get those essential fatty acids. Vitamin D can be good during the winter months and times when we're not really outside, and it can also be really good for people like myself who just work indoors all the time. So I'm in the gym all the time or I'm at home. I don't really go outside that much unless I'm on a holiday or it's a really nice day. So people in our country, it's probably worth supplementing this vitamin D potentially. So those are some of the reasons as well. Creatine monohydrate as well, that can help with your gym performance. So all these things do have their benefits and their place in time. However, do not worry about supplementing before you've mastered the basics. Master your calories, know what you need to eat for your goals. Master your macronutrient breakdown, so your carbs, protein and fats. Then look at your micronutrient intake. Are you eating a good variety of vegetables and fruits? And then you can start worrying about these things. That's what I want you to do first. Don't just go and be like, oh, I'm gonna make all this and do all this and then not even think about hitting your calories. So the main fundamental thing, because you can take all this and not see any results still. So master the basics first, then look into supplementing. So without further ado, let's jump into what I've actually bought and go over it in a bit more detail and also, yeah, just give you a rough idea of what I got it for. So basically, this big bad boy here, this 5 kilo bag of whey, I bought 2 of them, like I said previously. I've got strawberry and chocolate. Now the reason I bought 2 flavours and 2 big bags as well, if I buy a big bag, I save more money long term, so that's why I've done it, and I've got the space to store it, so I've done that. Now, chocolate is great for in smoothies, you know, in your porridge, get a chocolatey flat taste, help with your chocolate cravings. The strawberry one works really well with berries and stuff like that, more tropical flavour stuff. I say tropical, berries aren't tropical, just berry flavoured stuff basically. I like strawberry as a flavour. When I go to Mackie D's, I tend to have a strawberry milkshake or a chocolate one, so these really do help with those kind of cravings, so that's what I do that for. It's also a really, really convenient way of getting my protein intake in. Me personally, I have to hit 180 grams a day roughly, so that can be quite a hard task if I'm really busy, been on the go all day, or if I just haven't bought much food, or say I'm trying to save money. It's cheaper for me to have this than keep buying fresh meat all the time, so that's why I do that. And also, say I've had a really long day, like I said, and it's got to the end of the day and I've only had like 100 grams and I need another 80 grams, I can literally just get 2 scoops in the pot, shake it with some milk, I'm laughing, straight down the hatch in seconds. So it's really convenient. Now, a lot of my female clients actually struggle to hit their protein intake. So females, it might be a smart idea for you to get on a whey protein potentially. Or males, whoever struggles basically to hit their protein intake, just get on a protein shake. It's so simple and convenient. And to be honest, if you work it out per serving, they're really, really cheap. It's cheaper than buying like a chicken breast or something like that. So yeah, definitely consider that. They're also a complete protein source, so you're gonna get a good variety of amino acids, so that's a really good thing as well. Now, something to consider is the type of whey protein. There's a lot of different types out there, but the 2 main ones you're gonna come across are diet whey, which you wanna ignore, don't go near, it's a rip-off. You wanna go near the concentrate or the isolate, okay? Concentrate is 80% protein, so the powder itself contains at least 80% of that is protein content, okay? Now the isolate is 90% or more, so you can see there's a little bit of a quality difference. So the isolate is going to contain more protein, so therefore it's going to be a higher quality. However, the price point is a lot different. Obviously the isolate costs more, and when it comes to the practical side of things and the amount of protein you're going to get per serving, there's 2 to 3 grams difference. So I always buy the concentrate and recommend people to buy concentrate, because at the end of the day, what's 2 to 3 grams per serving? You're not even going to miss that or see that. So that's why I do that, to save the money. Now the difference is basically that concentrate has a slightly higher carbohydrate and fat content. And when I say that, I mean it's got 1.9 grams of fat in and 1.9 grams of carbs in. It's nothing. So do not worry about it. There's nothing to, there's 2 grams in, whereas isolate would have 0. So that's just a little thing we're gonna watch out for. Now, another thing I bought is Creatine Monohydrate. Now this is a really, really cheap supplement. It's actually the most scientifically backed supplement as well. Creatine is just a really good supplement for helping performance and also strength and potentially size. Now this is because creatine is actually used in one of the energy systems which we use during strength training. So when we have more creatine in our body, our muscles store it within the muscle, and when we're producing what's called ATP, which is the thing what we use to produce energy and power, having more creatine means we can regenerate more ATP from ADP. So it's all science, I know. So ADP is what we use, we reuse to resynthesize ATP. So having more creatine is a really smart thing. You have to supplement 5 grams a day. Now I've took this in the past, I'll be honest with you, and I didn't notice any difference, right? And I don't think some people will when they take this. I think you need to leave it for quite a long time. They say the loading phase, right, is the loading phase is debatable. You don't really need to do it, but there's no harm in doing it in it either. Loading phase is basically when you consume quite a lot more, so about 10 to 20 grams per day over about a 5 to 10 day period, so you saturate your muscles. But I'm just taking 5 grams a day at the moment and just gonna let it saturate a little bit slower. So yeah, I'll give you guys feedback on that though. I do want to see if it works. Super omega-3 is another thing I bought. Now, omega-3s are an essential fatty acid. That means our bodies can't produce them. We have to consume them within our diet. Now, I do eat fish regularly anyway, but I'm someone who wants to maximize my health. So having omega-3s within my diet is a smart choice because it's gonna help with my brain and heart health. So I take this. I bought the super one just because it's a slightly higher strength and a higher quality, so I'm getting 760 milligrams. Now they say there's not really a recommendation of how much omega-3 you should have, but to maximize health benefits, they reckon about 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams a day. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I've been doing. So I take one of these every single day now, and I'm also taking a vitamin D tablet. So a vitamin D tablet, I'm taking this because really I don't really go outside that much. So that means we synthesize. Let's go back. So vitamin D we synthesize outside when we're exposed to exposed to sunlight on our skins. So I don't really go outside that much, if I'm totally honest. I work indoors most of the time, I sit indoors most of the time, and when the weather's cold like it is now in England, I don't really want to go outside that much. I walk the dog, yeah, but I want to make sure I'm maximising my vitamin D intake, and so I'm having vitamin D as a supplement. That's basically that. Vitamin D plays a massive role in bone health because it helps with the absorption of certain minerals, and that's why I take that, because it's just, to me, it's not for what it costs, I may as well take it, and I don't want a deficiency basically, so that's why I bought that. And also another reason I bought I'm chatting gibberish now. Another thing I bought was a protein shaker. Now this is metal. I bought this because basically I'm sick and tired of using plastic ones. I think they feel a lot cheaper. They look like crap. They go a funny smell, and the lids, I find they just pop off a lot easier. So I just don't want to use them, and I find they're just not as durable. And plus the metal one looks pretty slick, I think, and I'm hoping, and I read the reviews, they said that it keeps the liquid colder, so when I'm drinking water out of it, it just kind of keeps it a bit more cold and chilled. So yeah, that's basically it guys, that's my little protein order. Now, you don't have to buy any of this, but some of it can, like I said, become useful. Some of these I think are good for health. Obviously this is good for performance, and whey protein just basically helps you hit your protein intake targets, and that's basically it simplified for you. Now, when it comes to whey protein as well, don't let anyone tell you that it's really bad for you, or are you on the way, is it a steroid or whatnot? Like, whey protein is just a food source. Whey protein is actually a derivative of cheese. It's a byproduct, a leftover thing, which is leftover product which is made during the production of cheese. So you're basically just eating leftover waste from cheese production, so don't worry about it, but it is very high in protein, so that's a positive thing for us. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed that little breakdown. Watch out for any scams. BCAAs are one of them. Do not waste your money on them. Only if you're a vegan or a vegetarian might you need them. When it comes down to it, you're better off buying a bit of a complete blend or a proper whey protein. So yeah, fat burners as well, do not waste your money on them. They're a waste of time. You need to be in a calorie deficit. I could take a fat burner and eat like a pig and still not lose weight, so just don't waste your time on them. Pre-workouts, that's another thing to consider. So pre-workouts are also something which can be useful, believe it or not, because of the caffeine content. A lot of the things within them are pretty useless, so be careful with how much you want to invest in pre-workout. To be honest, I'd only buy a pre-workout if you have the spare money and you actually fancy it and it gives you a little bit of an edge during the workout. They're basically just an enhanced caffeine, and sometimes they do. Caffeine's been shown to have benefits. but when it comes to the other side of it, it's a lot of it's placebo as well. So when you take this thing, you feel like you're going to do a lot better, so you tend to do a lot better. So that's what pre-workouts are good for. And that's basically it, guys. I hope you found that video useful. Sorry for being a bit all over the place. It's quite detailed and quite a lot of things I have to explain, and sometimes I get my tongue a bit twisted. So yeah, drop it a like if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll do plenty more like this. So this is Jack Wright Fitness the right way, supplementing the right way, and I will see you on the next vid.